You've probably been eating tomatoes wrong your entire life, and it might be silently harming your health. Tomatoes are hailed as a superfood, but when prepared or consumed incorrectly, they can cause more harm than good. Today, we'll uncover the shocking truth about how the right way and the wrong way to eat tomatoes can either supercharge your health or slowly damage your body without you even noticing. Tomatoes are everywhere, in your pasta sauce, salads, sandwiches, soups, juices, even chips. They seem innocent, right? But here's the twist. The way you process, cook, or pair tomatoes with other ingredients determines whether you're unlocking powerful anti-cancer nutrients or wasting them entirely. Let's talk about lycopene, the antioxidant superstar found in tomatoes. Lycopene has been linked to reduced risks of prostate cancer, heart disease, and even skin aging. But here's something most people don't know. Eating raw tomatoes gives you far less lycopene than eating them cooked. Surprised? Let's break it down. When tomatoes are gently cooked, like in a simmered sauce or roasted in the oven, their lycopene becomes significantly more bioavailable. That means your body can absorb it better. In fact, cooked tomatoes can have double or even triple the usable lycopene compared to raw ones. So, next time you're slicing up raw tomato for a health boost, think again. But it's not just about cooking. What you eat tomatoes with also matters. Lycopene is fat-soluble. Your body needs a little bit of fat to absorb it properly. So that salad with raw tomatoes and zero dressing? Probably doing very little for your antioxidant intake. Add a drizzle of olive oil or pair with avocado, and you supercharge the effect. Now, let's talk about the wrong ways people eat tomatoes and why it could be hurting your health. Ever heard of acid reflux, heartburn, or digestive irritation after eating tomato-heavy meals? You're not alone. Tomatoes are naturally acidic, and when eaten in large quantities or on an empty stomach, they can trigger digestive discomfort in many people. Also, eating too many raw, unripe, or cold-stored tomatoes can lead to reduced nutrient absorption and a bloated gut. Why? Because the body struggles to digest raw tomato skin and seeds, especially when not properly chewed. This undigested material can ferment in the gut, leading to gas, bloating, and even inflammation in sensitive individuals. Another big mistake? Eating tomatoes from canned products loaded with salt, sugar, and preservatives. Yes, tomato sauce in jars or cans may look convenient, but if you're not reading the label, you might be consuming more sodium than a bag of chips and setting yourself up for high blood pressure or kidney stress. Let's flip the script and look at the right way to eat tomatoes. Gently cook them with olive oil, garlic, and herbs. This not only boosts lycopene availability, but also enhances absorption through healthy fats and adds anti-inflammatory compounds, like allicin from garlic. You now have a powerful synergy of nutrition, heart protective, cancer-fighting, and gut-friendly. Here's a golden combo: roasted tomatoes plus extra virgin olive oil plus fresh basil plus a sprinkle of sea salt. This simple dish hits all the right marks. It balances acidity, activates lycopene, includes healthy fats, and introduces fresh herbs with antioxidants. A perfect way to enjoy tomatoes with maximum health impact and zero digestive stress. Let's now explore one common mistake many people make: eating tomatoes on an empty stomach. While it might seem like a light and healthy snack, tomatoes are naturally high in acids, especially malic acid and citric acid. On an empty stomach, these acids can increase gastric acidity, which may lead to stomach discomfort, reflux, or even gastritis in sensitive individuals. So when is the best time to eat tomatoes? Nutritionists recommend consuming tomatoes alongside meals, not before meals or on an empty stomach. When combined with other foods, especially healthy fats or fiber-rich vegetables, the acidity of tomatoes becomes less irritating, and the absorption of beneficial compounds like lycopene improves dramatically. Another mistake is overcooking tomatoes at high heat. Many people boil or fry them until they break down completely. While it's true that light cooking enhances lycopene availability, excessive heat can destroy vitamin C and reduce antioxidant potential. The right way? Cook tomatoes gently, just enough to soften them, not scorch or boil them for too long. Let's talk about lycopene, the red pigment in tomatoes responsible for so many health benefits. Lycopene is fat-soluble, meaning it is better absorbed when paired with healthy fats. That's why eating tomatoes with olive oil, avocado, or nuts significantly increases lycopene absorption. A raw tomato salad with no healthy fat? That's a missed opportunity. What about tomato juice? It sounds healthy, but many store-bought tomato juices are loaded with sodium or sugar. High-sodium tomato juice can contribute to elevated blood pressure, especially if consumed frequently. Always check the label. Or better yet, make fresh tomato juice at home without additives. Eating too many raw tomatoes can also be problematic for people with kidney issues or joint problems. Due to the oxalate content, oxalates can contribute to kidney stone formation in susceptible individuals. If you're at risk, it's better to moderate your intake or cook tomatoes, which reduces oxalate levels slightly. One surprisingly wrong combination: tomatoes and cucumbers. This duo is popular in salads, but some nutritionists warn that their digestive enzymes may counteract each other, reducing nutrient absorption. While occasional salads are fine, try alternating or separating them if your goal is maximal nutrient uptake. Now let's focus on tomato skin. Some people peel tomatoes out of habit, especially in cooking. But here's the truth: most of the fiber and flavonoids are in the skin. Unless you have a digestive condition that requires removing skins, it's best to eat tomatoes whole, peel and all, to get the full range of benefits. Have you ever heard the myth that tomatoes can cause weight gain? That's false. Tomatoes are very low in calories, with a high water and fiber content, making them ideal for satiety and weight management. The only danger is how they're prepared, like fried, or in high-fat sauces with added sugar. And lastly for this segment, combining tomatoes with iron-rich foods can actually improve iron absorption. The vitamin C in tomatoes helps convert plant-based, non-heme iron into a more absorbable form. So pairing tomatoes with lentils, spinach, or beans is a smart move for vegetarians and those with iron deficiencies. So, should you eat tomatoes raw or cooked? The answer is both. Each form has its own unique nutritional benefits, and incorporating a variety helps you unlock the full power of tomatoes. You're not choosing between good and bad. You're choosing between two types of good. If your goal is to boost your lycopene intake for heart health or antioxidant support, lightly cooked tomatoes, such as in tomato soup, pasta sauce, or roasted slices, are your best bet. The heat unlocks lycopene's full potential. But don't discount raw tomatoes. They're lower in calories, have higher water content, and give you vitamin C and folate in their most natural form. Perfect for salads, wraps, or a fresh tomato salsa. Want the best of both worlds? Combine raw and cooked tomatoes in the same meal. For example, a roasted tomato pasta with a fresh tomato side salad. Your body gets both lycopene and vitamin C, creating a synergy of health. Timing and combination also matter. Eating tomatoes with healthy fats, like olive oil or avocado, can dramatically increase the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients, like lycopene and beta-carotene. It's not just what you eat, but how you pair it. And while we're at it, try to chew your tomatoes thoroughly. Sounds silly, but chewing breaks the cell walls and releases more nutrients for your body to absorb. It's the small habits that compound into better health. Store your tomatoes at room temperature, not in the fridge. Cold temperatures can dull their flavor and ruin their texture. Keep them stem side down on the counter for longer freshness and richer taste. Now that you know the truth about how to eat tomatoes the right way, it's your turn to take action. Try switching up how you eat tomatoes this week. Raw in one meal, roasted in another, and always paired with a healthy fat. Your body will thank you. And if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who eats tomatoes wrong every day. This is Nutrition Decoded Healthy, where food meets real science. See you in the next episode.